Out on the wide expanse of the Gulf of Mexico, the rhythmic hum of diesel engines and the metallic groan of winches signal the start of another harvest. Shrimping has been at the heart of coastal America for centuries, but in recent decades, it has transformed into a high-tech, large-scale industry. Today, American fishermen use advanced trawl nets and even robotic systems to catch hundreds of tons of shrimp in a single season. What was once a purely manual task carried out by small wooden boats has become a precise operation involving engineering computing and strict environmental oversight. Shrimp, often referred to as pink gold, are not just a staple of Cajun cuisine or seafood platters. They represent a multi-billion-dollar sector in U.S. fisheries. According to NOAA's 2024 report, wild-caught shrimp landings in the Gulf Coast states alone exceeded 160 million pounds worth, nearly $500 million at the dockside. Louisiana, Texas, Mississippi, Alabama, and Florida form the backbone of this fishery, but the Gulf is not the only arena. On the Pacific Coast spot, prawns and cold water shrimp also support valuable regional economies. Modern shrimping is more than just throwing out a net and hoping for the best. It is a carefully coordinated ballet of machines and manpower. Electronic sonar scans the seafloor, guiding vessels to the densest schools of shrimp. Hydraulic winches control massive trawl nets that extend hundreds of feet, shaped like underwater funnels. And increasingly robotic monitoring systems adjust net depth, speed, and opening angle in real time to maximize efficiency while minimizing environmental damage. This combination of tradition and technology allows fishermen to haul in enormous volumes while staying competitive against imported farmed shrimp from Asia and South America. But behind the efficiency lies a human story as well. Many of the crews who operate these trawlers are multi-generational families, some tracing their shrimping heritage back to immigrants who arrived from Vietnam, Croatia, and other seafaring cultures. In Louisiana alone, Vietnamese-American fishermen now make up nearly a quarter of the shrimp fleet, carrying their traditions of prayer, ancestor offerings, and community solidarity onto the Gulf waters. Once the boat leaves the harbor, the work quickly takes on a rhythm. Crews prepare the trawl nets, checking every knot, float, and chain before lowering them into the water. A trawl net resembles a massive underwater cone. The wide mouth stretches open with the help of steel doors and floats, while the bottom edge is weighted with chains. As the vessel moves forward, the net skims across the seafloor or mid-water, funneling shrimp toward the narrow end where they are collected in a bag called the cod end. Modern vessels no longer rely solely on guesswork. High-resolution sonar and GPS mapping allow captains to locate the precise areas where shrimp schools are most abundant. Robotic net sensors feed real-time data back to the bridge, measuring water pressure, net spread, and even the density of shrimp entering the gear. With this technology, operators can adjust speed and depth, instantly reducing fuel waste and limiting accidental bycatch. Once a trawl is complete, powerful hydraulic winches haul the net back toward the deck. This is the moment of anticipation. Tons of glistening shrimp pour out, accompanied by small amounts of fish, crabs, or rays that are carefully separated. Thanks to bycatch reduction devices and turtle excluder devices, non-target species are given an escape route, which has dramatically improved the fishery's sustainability profile over the last 2 decades. The freshly caught shrimp are quickly shoveled into holding bins filled with ice or brine solution. On larger boats, onboard freezing systems preserve the catch at sea, locking in freshness before the vessel even returns to port. This quick freeze method, known as IQF, individually quick frozen, ensures that each shrimp retains its texture and flavor, making American wild-caught shrimp a premium product in domestic and international markets. For the crews, life on board follows a demanding schedule. Trawling runs can last anywhere from 4 to 12 hours, and the cycle of setting, towing, hauling, sorting, and icing repeats day and night. Meals are quick, bunks are cramped, and every member of the crew must work together seamlessly to keep the operation running. Despite the hardships, there is a strong sense of pride, knowing that their labor connects directly to dinner plates across America and beyond. When the shrimp boats finally return to shore, the work doesn't stop, it simply changes location. At the docks, heavy-duty cranes and conveyor systems transfer thousands of pounds of shrimp from the vessel's holds into waiting trucks. Every load is carefully documented with inspectors, checking the catch for size, quality, and compliance with federal regulations. In 2024, NOAA estimated that U.S. wild-caught shrimp landings totaled just under 100 100,000 metric tons, with Louisiana, Texas, and Florida leading the Gulf harvest. That catch brought in a dockside value of nearly $400 million, supporting not only fishermen, but also entire coastal communities that depend on processing plants, transport services, and export trade. Inside the processing facilities, the shrimp undergo multiple stages to ensure they are safe and market ready. The first step is thorough washing to remove sand, mud, or debris from the nets. Then, depending on the buyer's requirements, the shrimp are either left whole-headed and deveined or peeled into precise grades. Automated peeling machines capable of processing thousands of shrimp per hour have replaced much of the tedious manual labor, though trained workers still play a vital role in quality control. Next, the shrimp are either flash frozen or cooked before packaging. Flash freezing locks in freshness within minutes, ensuring the shrimp maintain their sweet flavor and firm texture even months later. Cooked shrimp, often destined for retail packs, are boiled briefly in large stainless steel vats, then chilled rapidly to preserve color and consistency. IQF systems ensure that each shrimp is frozen separately. Rather than clumping together, making them easier for restaurants and consumers to use. Packaging varies widely from bulk 25-pound boxes for food service to small vacuum-sealed bags for grocery shelves. Increasingly, automation is taking over the stage too. Robotic arms load shrimp into cartons, seal them, apply barcodes, and stack them onto pallets. In the largest U.S. facilities, this integrated system can process over 200,000 pounds of shrimp per day, keeping up with both domestic demand and the needs of international buyers. Much of the American shrimp supply is consumed at home, but exports are still significant. In 2025, projections suggest that U.S. shrimp exports will exceed $600 million, with major markets in Europe, Canada, and parts of Asia. This international demand underscores why sustainability certifications and traceability systems are now standard. Each box can be traced back to the vessel date and even location of harvest, giving buyers confidence in both quality and ethical sourcing. In Texas, entire communities of Vietnamese immigrants, many of whom arrived after 1975, have built their livelihoods around the shrimp industry. Today, they represent nearly 25% of Louisiana's shrimping workforce. Keeping alive traditions of family-based fishing, while also adapting to modern technology. On the docks of New Orleans and the bayous of Terrebonne Parish, you'll often see multiple generations working side by side, repairing nets, maintaining engines, and preparing boats for the next trip out into the Gulf. But the challenges they face are steep. Rising fuel prices eat into margins, sometimes accounting for more than 30% of a trip's total cost. Imported farmed shrimp, particularly from Southeast Asia and South America, continue to flood the U.S. market, often sold at prices lower than wild-caught Gulf shrimp. This global competition has driven dockside prices down, forcing American fishermen to catch more just to stay afloat financially. For some, this has meant longer trips offshore and higher risks at sea. Environmental pressures add another layer of difficulty. The Gulf Coast is especially vulnerable to hurricanes, tropical storms, and flooding, all of which can destroy infrastructure and disrupt shrimp populations. In addition, warming waters linked to climate change, are altering migration patterns and breeding cycles. Scientists have observed shifts in shrimp abundance over the past decade, with white shrimp and brown shrimp populations fluctuating more dramatically than in earlier years. Despite these challenges, resilience is at the heart of the industry. The adoption of turtle excluder devices and bycatch reduction systems has made shrimping more sustainable, aligning with federal mandates and consumer expectations. Fishermen are also increasingly turning to direct-to-market models, selling their catch directly to restaurants, local co-ops, or even online platforms that connect them to consumers across the country. This allows them to secure higher margins and build stronger relationships with buyers who value traceable, wild-caught seafood. For many in the Vietnamese American shrimping community, shrimping is more than just a job. It's a way of life, a link between their heritage and their present. Cultural traditions such as prayers for safe voyages or community festivals celebrating the start of the shrimp season serve as reminders that this industry is woven deeply into the social fabric of the Gulf Coast. In recent years, technology has transformed how American shrimpers harvest, handle, and deliver shrimp to the global market. On large trawlers in the Gulf of Mexico, robotic peeling and sorting systems are gradually replacing manual work. Mechanical arms are now capable of shaking, separating, and categorizing shrimp right on deck, saving hours of labor for crews that used to work through the night. This allows captains and deckhands to focus on navigation safety and efficiency while ensuring a steady flow of high-quality catch. At processing facilities, artificial intelligence and computer vision play a major role. High-speed cameras combined with machine learning algorithms identify shrimp by size, color, and freshness, discarding anything that doesn't meet strict standards. This makes the packaging line far faster and more consistent, often handling tens of tons of shrimp every single day. Beyond efficiency, blockchain technology is also gaining traction. Each batch of shrimp harvested in U.S. waters can now carry a digital tag, linking back to the vessel. the time of capture storage temperatures, and the exact route it took from sea to supermarket. Consumers scanning a simple QR code on a package can confirm they're buying wild-caught Gulf shrimp, not imported alternatives. This traceability not only boosts consumer trust, but also reinforces the reputation of American shrimp as a sustainable premium product. Cold storage systems have also advanced significantly. Instead of relying solely on crushed ice, many vessels are now equipped with individual quick freezing systems, or IQF. This method flash freezes each shrimp within minutes of being brought on deck, locking in sweetness, texture, and nutritional value. With IQF, shrimp can be stored for extended periods while still tasting as if they were caught just hours earlier, giving American shrimpers a competitive edge in both domestic and export markets.